Samsung has just released a new internal beta version of its upcoming One UI 8 software, and we've been testing it out. The big question is Samsung heading in the right direction with this update, or is it just more of the same? Let's talk about it. We've had access to early versions of One UI 8 for a few weeks now, and to be honest, if you were expecting a huge new look or tons of brand new features, you might be a little disappointed. This update isn't a major redesign. Even the latest version we tried is only around 800 MB in size, which shows it's more of a small update than a massive one. But don't be too upset about that. There's actually a good reason for it. One UI 8 doesn't seem to be about changing everything. It feels more like Samsung is fixing and polishing the things that didn't work perfectly in One UI 7. Is that a bad thing? Not really. In fact, it could be just what Samsung needs right now. Let's get into some of the details. One small but important change is with the Tips app. In earlier versions of the beta, this app didn't work at all. Now, it finally opens and runs properly. This might sound like a tiny fix, but it shows that Samsung is fixing bugs and getting the system ready for the public. The Tips app also now has a banner for beta testers to send their feedback. That means Samsung is preparing to open up the beta to more people soon. But to be honest, there's nothing super exciting in this version yet. And that brings us to the bigger picture. Samsung had a rough time with the launch of One UI 7. There were delays, bugs, and many users weren't sure when the update would reach their phones. It made people frustrated, and that's not good for a company that sells high-end devices and claims to offer a premium experience. Now, One UI 8 is Samsung's chance to do better, and the fact that they're testing this version earlier than usual is a good sign. It looks like Samsung might start the public beta program for One UI 8 sooner than expected. This time, it will launch alongside Android 16, Google's latest operating system. In the past, Samsung was slow to update its phones with new Android versions. Galaxy phone owners often had to wait months for updates. But now, Samsung seems to be getting better at releasing its One UI updates closer to Google's schedule. That's great news. It means users can get new features and security updates faster while also staying more connected with the latest Android improvements. But speed isn't everything. Samsung also needs to make sure this update works well. One UI 7 had too many problems. There were broken features, confusing release dates for different countries, and general disappointment. Samsung has to avoid that this time. They need a smooth, simple, and clean release of One UI 8 with Android 16 for Galaxy users everywhere. Of course, that's easier said than done. But Samsung is a huge company with the resources to make it happen if they stay focused. So, what does this mean for you? Well, if you own a recent Samsung phone like the Galaxy Z Fold 6 or any other flagship model, you can probably expect to get the One UI 8 beta soon. That means you'll get to try Android 16 with Samsung's new software before most people. Just keep your expectations in check. This update seems more about making the system faster, smoother, and more reliable than adding crazy new features. And maybe that's exactly what Samsung needs to do right now. Flashy features are fun, but if the basic experience isn't good, people get annoyed. And in 2025, with so many strong competitors out there, Samsung can't afford to make mistakes. To wrap it up, One UI 8 doesn't need to be a huge change. It just needs to work well and fix what went wrong with One UI 7. That alone would make a lot of Galaxy users happy. Now, what do you think? Are you looking forward to One UI 8? Or are you still cautious because of the issues with the last update? Tell us in the comments, and if you want to keep up with all the latest Samsung news, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.